Okay, Afiq decide nak liter ke nak mililiter?
Liter.
Liter. Wow, Afiq decide liter guys. Nak liter ke nak mililiter yang lain? Ada baik, ada buruk. Kalau liter, value dia kecil. Kalau mililiter, value dia besar. Tak kisah, saya nak kat sini. Okay. Dan kat sini, saya nak peringatkan satu benda, same thing. Since it's a percentage by volume sayang, therefore the final unit of the percentage by volume is percent, where you must times 100. The unit of the volume of solute and volume of solution must be equal, and one very important thing, volume solution is not equal to volume of solute plus volume of solvent. Formula ni tak wujud. Formula ni tak wujud. Mentang-mentang saya bagi yang maths, yang ni kamu akan buat sendiri. Saya akan jumpa formula ni tiap-tiap tahun. So kat sini saya bagi tahu siap-siap. Suren, you're laughing because you already assume this. No? This formula doesn't exist. This formula is not valid. Jangan guna. Okay? Volume. Nak dapat volume macam mana? Soalan dia adalah sekarang, okay teacher, sekarang volume solution tak sama. So nak dapat volume macam mana? Senang je, kita ada density. Remember? Density adalah tempat yang kamu akan dapat volume of solution because density is equals to mass of solution over volume of solution. Make sense? Density saya tak nak ajar kat sini, belajar kat tutor dan tengok video. Density is a very important formula. Kat sini saya nak focus on the concentration sahaja. Any question about the 5 formula? Senang? Okay. Satu je, hafal. My tutorial class, H8T2. Minggu depan siapa tak boleh hafal formula ni, hampa jaga. Pesan siap-siap dah. Okay, if nothing, then we go into balancing equation. Balancing equation, we have 2 technique over here. Simple. We have 2 technique. Kita akan belajar dua-dua. Satu yang kamu dah pernah belajar masa form 4, form 5. Yang kamu belajar basically ever since you come across chemistry. Kita akan fokus pada yang kedua. Yang kedua adalah your ion electron method. This is the one that we will actually focus on. Okay? So we look at balancing equation. Have you tried? Okay, let's see. Kalau yang dah try, let's see whether your answer is correct or wrong. First, inspection method. Inspection, from the word inspection, your job is basically to tengok. Tengok guna mata, kira guna tangan. Alright, kira guna tangan cukup weh, serius tak? Saya rasa balancing equation kita tak pernah lebih 5. Boleh kira 10 boleh lah. Alright, kira dan tengok. Itu sahaja pasal inspection method. Dan sebelum saya pergi, okay, kita tengok dulu tak apa. So, inspection method, that is 4 step. That is your step 1, write down the unbalanced equation. Yang paling penting, write the formula and the reactant of the product. Sebab soalan kadang-kadang takkan bagi dalam formula. Dia takkan bagi macam ni. Dia bagi tahu ammonia reacts with copper 2 oxide. Dia tulis macam ni. Okay. So you are the one that should work out ammonia is NH3, copper 2 oxide means Cu2 plus O2 minus. So I have CuO. That is what I mean by it. Jangan expect soalan akan bagi terus dalam bentuk equation dan suruh balance. Nothing come free in this world. You need to write that. Okay? So make sure you'll be able to write the correct chemical formula of the reactant end product. And then the next step, you are going to balance everything basically except oxygen and hydrogen. Dalam nota saya tertinggal point ni. Point ni ada tapi saya tertinggal belakang ni. You are going to balance everything except oxygen and hydrogen. Put that in. Okay? And then only you balance the hydrogen and oxygen. Okay? So without without wasting my time, let's start straight away with this exercise. It's actually the exercise that you have in your tutorial. So, cara nak buat. We are going to balance everything except oxygen and hydrogen. So the everything in here except oxygen and hydrogen is your nitrogen. Kita kena check. Copper kita kena check. Hydrogen tak payah. Oxygen tak payah. Copper, nitrogen. Tu cara saya akan buat. And then kita compare kiri dengan kanan. Kiri dengan kanan teacher adalah before and after the arrow. This is my arrow. So before the arrow saya panggil kiri, kat sini kanan. So we are trying to balance the kiri kanan. And nitrogen on the left ada 1, nitrogen on the right ada 2. Okay? So first question kepada kesayangan saya, which is Olivia, how to balance nitrogen over here?
The nitrogen at the kiri times 2.
Times 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the nitrogen over here times 2. Hydrogen tak payah tengok. Sekarang kita hanya nak tengok nitrogen. So tengok nitrogen je lah. Tak payah kisah hydrogen tu macam mana nanti. Biar. Jangan fikir banyak. Next yang kita nak tengok adalah copper. So Oliver also, is your copper balance on the left and right?
Yeah. It's balanced.
The copper is balanced right now because it's already 1 and 1 on the left and right. So it's balanced at this moment. Biarkan dia. Jangan buat apa. So we assume saya dah settle pasal nitrogen and copper. So kita tengok orang lain. Orang lain. Hydrogen dengan oxygen. Rasa-rasa nak balance siapa dulu? Sama je.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Balance hydrogen dulu. Boleh. Alright, it's pretty much not much different tapi boleh. So kalau kita fokus pada hydrogen. Hydrogen saya pada kiri ada 3 atau 6?
6.
Yes. Thank you Mimi. Mimi sambung jawab. Okay. 6. Sebab 2 darab 3 kat sini adalah 6. See that? So pada kiri saya sebenarnya ada 6. Be careful with the coefficient yang kamu dah letak. So you have 2 times 3 is 6. Therefore Mimi, how many water do you need?
3.
3. Kenapa hanya 3 Mimi? Kenapa bukan 6? Kata nak 6.
Sebab H dekat belah kanan tu dah ada 2 dah. So kita perlukan darab lagi 3 untuk dapatkan 6 hydrogen.
Yeah. Again, same thing guys. Dah ada 2. Okay. So berhati-hati. Dalam balancing equation, it's not about how fast you go. It's about how correct you goes. Okay. So darab 3 semua setuju? Yang tu hydrogen, settle hydrogen. Then we go on to your oxygen. Your oxygen over on the left ada 1. On the right sekarang ada berapa? And saya nak Sarah Safia. Sarah Safia.
Yes, on the right oxygen ada 3.
On the right ada 3. Nak letak 3 kat sini?
Yes.
Kenapa letak 3? Bukan 1 je kat oksigen saya.
3 oxygen.
Sebab 3 H2O. See that? Okay. So, right now we assume we have balanced everything because we have go through all the way from nitrogen to nitrogen to copper and then from hydrogen to oxygen. But, ada tak perubahan? Naili?
Ada perubahan.
Perubahan kat mana?
Kita kena copper tak seimbang.
Copper pula tak seimbang. Okay, kenapa copper tak seimbang? Because when you balance the oxygen in here is come together with the copper. So bila saya nak 3 oxygen, at the same time my copper changes from 1 to become 3. So Naili, how to balance the copper?
On the right side, copper darab dengan 3.
3. Betul. And at this moment, kalau dah rasa betul, okay, we can recopy everything. Biasanya saya akan suruh student salin balik sebab lepas kamu conteng-conteng benda tu patut dah messy gila dah. So kamu pun salin balik. I have 2 NH3 gas. Make sure come along with the physical phase. Alright, the physical phase mesti kena ada 3 copper plus N2 gas plus 3H2O liquid. Dan cara nak check yang paling senang adalah buat cara inspection. Nitrogen ada berapa di sini, hydrogen ada berapa, copper ada berapa, oxygen ada berapa. On the left hand side, nitrogen ada 2 because 2 times 1. Hydrogen 2 times 3, 6. Copper 3, oxygen 3. Di sebelah kanan, tulis ikut susunan yang sama. Kalau kita mula dengan NH, copper, oxygen. NH, copper, oxygen. Supaya senang nak check. And then nitrogen di sebelah sini, tengoklah, ada 2. Hydrogen ada 6. Copper 3. 3 copper. Oxygen 3. 2633. 2633. See that? The tips, the big tips over here adalah susunan ni bagi sama. Bila susunan ni bagi sama, then your life will be easy. Okay? Simple. Inspection. Example 2. Let's try. Saya nak orang lain pula. Idina? No, Idina? Yes. You are the one. Siapa suruh masuk lambat?
Yes, me.
First thing, what do you do? What do you balance? What do you want me to help you to balance?
Aluminium.
Aluminium. Alright. Aluminium on the left ada berapa?
Ada 2.
Ada 2. So on the right?
Ada 1, so kena darab 2.
Darab 2. Saya letak 2 teruslah. Betul?
Betul.
Okay. Nurina Zulaika. Next.
Next, Na.
Na, sodium. So Na on the left and Na on the right. So
tak sama.
tak sama. Nurina nak buat macam mana?
Belah kiri letak 2.
Belah kiri letak 2. Okay. Even. Next.
Balance the oxygen.
Balance the oxygen. So oxygen on the left, right now total, you have how many? 6. Oxygen 3. 2 times 1 over here, guys. 2 plus 1. So oxygen on the left ada 6. Oxygen on the right at this moment having how many? 8. Betul. 4. Bracket 4. 4 darab 1. 4. Darab 2, 8. So how do you balance it?
Multiply the water by 3.
Okay. Tiba say multiply the water by 3. Okay. Untuk dapatkan dia cukup 8 di sebelah kiri. If you look at on your left hand side, I have a lot of things that holding water. Your aluminium oxide, your sodium hydroxide. So Tiban choose water. I will as well choose water. Sebab apa? Sebab 2 ni kita kalau boleh, kita tak nak kacau dah. Dia dah balance. So kalau boleh, kita tak nak kacau aluminium oxide, kita tak nak kacau sodium hydroxide. Kita kacau orang yang belum balance tu, which is our water. And Tiban say add 3, right? So let's see. After I add 3, your oxygen will be 3 plus 2 plus 3. So you will have 8 oxygen on the left and 8 oxygen on the right. Easy. Okay. Mama Idham. Next, what do you balance after the oxygen?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. So hydrogen that I have is on the sodium hydroxide. Hydrogen that I have is on the water. And over here on the right hand side, how many hydrogen am I having? Idham? 8. On the left hand side, the total hydrogen? 8 that come from, thank you. That come from sayang, 2 darab 1, 2. 3 darab 2, 6. So 2 tambah 6, you have your 8. And you will actually realize, eventually coming to the end of it, your hydrogen is already balanced. So Idham, do you need to do anything?
No need.
No need. Lucky you. So your final answer that will come is your Al2O3 solid plus 2 NaOH aqueous plus 3 H2O liquid forming 2 NaAl bracket OH4 aqueous. Same thing, kita akan check aluminium, oxygen, Na hydrogen. And look at the way I write it. Saya takkan repeat oxygen 2 kali, saya takkan repeat hydrogen 2 kali. Kira total je sebab kita nak total duduk kat sini berapa. Aluminium is 2, oxygen 3, plus 2 plus 3, oxygen 8, sodium 2, hydrogen 8. Yang kamu darab tadi lah. Okay, 2 darab 1, 3 darab 2. So hydrogen 8. Same thing on the right hand side, susunan ikut seperti di kiri. Aluminium, oxygen, sodium, hydrogen. Ini adalah cara paling senang nak check. Aluminium kamu 2 times 1. Oxygen 8, 4 darab 1 darab 2. Sodium 2, hydrogen 8. 2, 8, 2, 8. And why I insist, basically, I'm not insisting, but I'm showing. So I basically insist this. Why I insist this last checking? Senang je. Kamu rasa kalau soalan balancing equation keluar, dia akan jadi soalan last ke soalan first? Dia akan jadi soalan first. Your balancing equation will be forever the first question in your entire question. Kalau soalan stoichiometry can up to 12, 15 marks. When up to 12, 15 mark, your first question will be balancing equation. And can you imagine what happened when your balancing equation is wrong or your number of mole is wrong? That's it, Nan. That's it for your entire question. Balancing equation tak banyak markah, but it will affect the rest of the marks in your question. So jangan buat laju, tak payah buat laju. Satu je, buat betul. Your balancing equation must be 100% correct. Okay? Next method, ion electron method. I hope you have tried this. Your ion electron method having 2 conditions. I am doing this because I want you to see the differences and the similarity. Jangan bagi tahu kat saya, teacher, saya boleh buat acidic tapi tak boleh buat basic. Kepala otak hang. Sama je weh. Sebiji, apa yang lain weh? Satu je. Betul? Exactly the same. Tak ada beza. Step 1 until step 7 is exactly the same. And basic medium having only basically 1 extra step. And a few of your friends texted me and asked, teacher, how do I know it's acidic or basic medium? The question will definitely give you. Dia akan ada kat hujung soalan ni, the experiment is carried out in acidic medium or in basic medium. Ataupun indirectly, the question will say, the experiment is reacted with hydrochloric acid. You have acid in your reactant. Check siapa duduk dalam reactant. If your reactant having acid, acidic lah. If your reactant having basic lah sayang, kamu mula dengan basic, betul? Basic condition lah. Kalau dia tak bagi tahu macam tu, dia akan bagi tahu kat belakang soalan tu. Definitely. Sama sayang. Masuk exam nak jawab soalan, bukan main teka-teki. We never give you something that you need to guess. The moment kamu jawab soalan dan kamu rasa kamu kena teka apa benda tu sayang, kamu salah dah tu, buat balik. Okay, Nisha mesti boring dengar ayat yang sama. Oh, Miss Fong guna ayat yang sama je. Okay. Saya serius. Kalau kamu rasa kamu dah kena teka benda tu, kamu dah salah dah sayang. Potong semua, buat balik. Okay? Tak ada teka-teki kat sini. And since it's exactly the same and we are running out of time a bit, I want to do basic medium straight away. Because we can go through from the head to toes and more yang itulah yang akan jadi problem sikit. So let's go for your example 4. So, let's see. First step. Alright, Suren dah mengantuk. Suren, you want to answer? No, I'm joking. First step, separate into two half equation. So you need to separate them into two half equation. Senang je, cari gang. ClO3. Cari gang sebelah kanan dia. Cl. Ni gang dia. Cari gang je. Tak payah buat apa lagi weh. Guna mata je. Tak payah guna otak pun. NH2, H4, NO. Gang. Okay. Dan at the beginning of the step, tak payah letak face. Tak payah salin face. Face kita salin kat hujung sebagai jawapan akhir. So, separate them into two half. ClO3 minus dapat Cl minus. N2H4 dapat NO. Settle. Tak payah buat apa pun first step. First step, done. Done and dusted. Step 2. Balance the atom of the element. Okay? Nak bahasa senang, we balance everything except hydrogen and oxygen. Senang. We basically balance everything except hydrogen and oxygen. Ayat paling senang. Tak payah fikir banyak-banyak. Tengok semua benda kecuali oksigen, kecuali hidrogen. Dan bila saya kata tengok semua benda kecuali dua tu, hang tak payah fikirlah hidrogen dengan oksigen tu sekarang. Kita tengok dia je lah. Cl, Cl. Tu je. Sebelah kiri Cl, satu. Sebelah kanan Cl, satu. Balance? Balance tak payah buat apa. Proceed terus. Proceed terus ke sebelah. N2, N. Balance ke? Tak. Weh, kira 1, 2, 3, 4, paling banyak 5. Tak boleh kira ketuk kepala hamba. Nitrogen 2, nitrogen 1. Letak 2. Selesai. Betul? Settle. Alright, settle. Kita settle step 1, kita settle step 2. So we move on to your step 3. Okay? Balance oxygen by using water. Simple. Kalau kita tak cukup satu H2O, tak cukup satu oksigen, okay, satu oksigen tak cukup, kita tambah satu H2O. Sebab apa? Because in one H2O, there is one oxygen. Betul? Dalam satu H2O, there is one oxygen. Tak cukup satu, tambah satu. Tak cukup dua, tambah dua. Alright, dan sentiasa tambah pada bahagian yang tak cukup. Contoh kat sini. So, look at your first half over here. You have our ClO3. Doesn't work. I don't know why they don't like me. I have oxygen O3 on the left. I have no oxygen. Betul? Buat macam mana? Tambah? Patricia?
H2O.
Tambah H2O. Tambah berapa sayang?
3.
Tambah 3. Alright, tak cukup tempat nak tulis. Kertas tak cukup. Tak ada masalah. Kamu kadang-kadang tak cukup. Kamu tulislah kat bawah sampai muapu-apu kecil-kecil. Jangan. Alright, saya nak tunjuk siap-siap kat sini. Kalau tak cukup tempat, salinlah balik. Apa susah? Alright. Cl minus tak berubah. Tambah 3 H2O. Tu je. Ada yang saya jumpa tulis sampai macam ni weh. Dalam exam, hantar kat saya. Apa panggil buruk tu saya tak tahu nak kata. Alright? Tak payah. Jangan. Salin balik. Tulis je. Okay? So, 3H2O. Why 3H2O? Because oksigen ada 3 di kiri. Tak ada oksigen duduk di kanan. So, kita tambah 3H2O. Cukup. Susah. Kira je. 1, 2, 3. Habis. Okay? Next. Orang sebelah. Kat sini, sebelah kiri pula tak ada oksigen. Sebelah kanan ada berapa oksigen? Zikri?
2.
2. Right? So ada 2 oksigen. So Zikri tambah berapa water dan tambah D mana?
Tambah belah kiri 2 H2O.
Tambah belah kiri 2 H2O. And salin balik kalau tak muat. Ni saya nak tunjuk siap-siap cara nak buat kerja dengan kemas and so on. Ni tak, hantar kat saya, tulis kat atas. Nyampar saya. Alright? That's it. Settle. Step 4 dah. Bawa ada 8 step, dah separuh dah. Lepas tu kimia susah tak boleh buat. Apa yang susah? Saya pun tak tahu. Step 5. Balance the chart. Step 4. Balance the hydrogen by using H plus. Balance the hydrogen by using H plus. Yang ni lagi senang. Hydrogen tak cukup, tambah satu H plus. Hydrogen 2 tak cukup, tambah 2 H plus. Okay? So, kita tengok pula dia. On the first half equation, ClO3 tak ada langsung hydrogen. Kat sini, 3 darab 2. I have 6 hydrogen. And obviously, when I have 6 hydrogen, guys, I plus 6H plus. 6H plus. Okay? Tak muat? Tak apa. Tulis balik. Alright, tak muat, tulis balik. Kalau muat, sambung. 6H plus ClO3 minus. Kita akan dapat Cl minus plus 3H2O. Saya nak tunjuk cara kemas. So, saya tulis macam ni. Okay? So, kamu dapat settle. 6, tak cukup 6, tambah 6. Okay? Next, kat sini. 4. Kenapa teacher kata 4? 2 darab 2. Tapi tak habis lagi. Because I have another 4 over here. We want to balance everything. So, kat sini on the left hand side, your hydrogen total is actually 8. Nampak? Alright. So, sebenarnya total kat sini 8. Dan di sebelah kanan, tak ada langsung. Therefore, kita tambah 8. So, we have 2H2O and 2H4 dapat 2NO plus 8H plus. Dan kimia susah. Awak kira 1, 2, 3, 4 sampai 10 tak lepas. Cista nampak ni. And this is the most important part. Electron. Where you need to calculate the charge. So look very carefully on this. Alright, we are going to go through the charge. Okay. So, charge. Kira cara ni. The way that I will count, 6 plus. 6 times positive 1. So I have 6 positive. 1 times negative 1. So I have 1 negative. So on here, total will be 6 positive tambah dengan 1 minus. Total akan jadi 5 positive. Kena ambil kira negatif tu. Kena ambil kira negatif. 6 positive plus 1 negative. So minus out, you will have 5 positive. Over here is your 1 negative. 1 times Cl minus. Over here, 0. One of the reason kenapa saya pilih soalan ni adalah saya nak perbezaan kiri kanan adalah positif negatif. Soalan teacher. What is the differences between the charge over here? How many electron you need to add? Yun Yu. 6. Alright, we play a bit with the number line. Beza antara positive 1 and negative 1 bukan 4. Beza antara diorang sebenarnya adalah 6. Number line. Ni kalau saya tunjuk sampai macam ni, apa tak nampak, ketuk kepala tau. You have your 0, you have your negative 1, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5. You know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ni cara paling senang lah. Saya tak tahu macam mana saya nak tunjuk lagi beza dia 6. Dan kita akan balance charge by using electron. And electron bring the negative charge. So when electron bring the negative charge, guys, we always add electron to the more positive side. Saya ada positive 5, saya ada 1 negative. Senang je. Elektron nak masuk kat mana? Elektron akan sentiasa masuk kat orang yang pegang positif. Dan kita setuju bahawa beza antara diorang sekarang adalah 6. So kita masuk 6 elektron pada side ini. Okay? So I will have 6 electron plus 6H plus ClO3 minus dapat Cl minus plus 3H2O. Agree so far? Okay? Okay. Next. Over here, we are going to work out exactly the same method. Tak ada cara laju. Sebab step ni yang kamu akan selalu salah. So, tak ada cara laju. Water, kosong. Charge. N2H4, kosong charge. So, total kat sini, kosong charge. 2NO, kosong charge. 8H plus, 8H positif. 8 positif. So, over here, senang. 8 positif. Betul? So, beza antara dia kosong dengan 8. Yang ni senang. Okay? Beza kosong dengan 8, obviously 8 lah. Tambah 8 elektron. Soalan saya senang je. Jasmine, the 8 electron going on the left or going on the right?
Right.
Right. And look at the way that I recopy at this moment. After this step, when you recopy, I would suggest the arrow is on the same side. Okay? The arrow is on the same side. Buat macam ni. 8 electron. Okay? Buat macam ni. Kenapa buat macam ni? Alright. Sebab kita nak tengok first thing. After you reach this step, your electron that you added in mesti adalah bertentangan arah. Seorang mesti masuk kat kiri, seorang mesti masuk kat kanan. Kalau dua-dua elektron masuk pada side yang sama, sayang, buat balik, dah salah dah tu. Okay, dia mesti adalah pada dua side yang berbeza. Okay. And then when you reach this place, it's pretty easy already. Nak samakan elektron. Okay. So, make sure after this step, elektron bertentangan arah. And then kita dah nak samakan elektron. Nak samakan elektron sangat senang. Darab dengan nombor paling kecil. Jangan darab 8, darab 6. Nombor dia besar. Betul? So, elektron saya 6 dengan 8. Macam mana nak samakan? Darab berapa? 6 darab berapa? 6 semua darab 4. Semua ya. Okay, over here semua darab 3. Okay. So you will have an equation. 4 darab 6, I will have 24 electron. Arrow masih kena selari. Okay, 24 plus 24H plus 4ClO3 minus 4Cl minus plus 12H2O. Darab 4 semua. Bawah semua darab 3. So 6H2O tambah 3N2H4 sama dengan 6NO tambah 24H plus tambah 24 elektron. Arrow kena sama. The tips over here, arrow kena selari. And then step yang paling best sebab boleh main potong-potong. Elektron mesti kena cancel off. 24 elektron cancel off with 24 elektron. Bertentangan arah kita tolak. Same side kita tambah. Different side, opposite side kita tolak. So make sure there is no repetition. You have your H plus over here. H plus 24, H plus 24. Oh, this question cannot be basic. Never mind. Alright, water. Cancel off water. 12 kat sini, 6 kat sini. So tinggal 6 H2O. Alright, 12 dengan 6. So tolak 12 tolak 6, tinggal 6 di bahagian yang banyak lah. And make sure nothing else repeat. When you have make sure nothing else repeat, we conclude the equation. Everything remain on the left, going down to the left. 4ClO3 minus plus 3N2H4. And then on the right, everything remain on the right. 4Cl minus plus 6 water plus 6NO. I chose the wrong question. Never mind. Not wrong as in I cannot show the basic medium. Look like your basic medium kena belajar sendiri. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Chose the wrong question. Okay, so over here, this is your final answer. The way that we combine them, make sure everything remain on the left, going down back on the left, everything on the right, going down back on the right. Salin balik semua yang tinggal, jangan tertinggal satu pun. Equation final yang betul, mesti tak boleh ada elektron, mesti tak boleh ada benda yang sama repeat. Contoh tadi, your water cannot repeat. So you must settle your water. And that is the reason why saya kata I want the arrow selari, so that you can clearly see who is on the left, who is on the right. Big tips over here. Okay, this is the big tips. Next, your last step is to simplify. Simplify senang je, tengok nombor depan sahaja. Kalau nombor depan boleh difaktorkan, then kita akan bahagi dengan faktor yang sama. But if the nombor depan tak boleh faktor, tengok awal ada nombor ganjil, nombor genap, tak boleh kan? Settle lah. Alright, kalau settle, my last question, is this my final answer? No.
Oh.
Okay, no. Dan kalau dia bukan final answer, put back the face. Alright, soalan dah bagi fasa, soalan dah memang bagi fasa, N2H4 memang duduk dalam aqueous dalam soalan. Dan water mesti adalah liquid. Okay, ClO3 minus dalam soalan pun soalan dah bagi aqueous. Okay, Cl minus aqueous, NO dalam soalan adalah gas kalau tak silap saya. Yup. And this is your final answer. Okay, a bit of tips about physical phase. Alright, phase. Kalau semua ion mesti adalah aqueous. Okay, kalau dia ion mesti adalah aqueous. So tak payah fikir. Kalau ion ada charge positif negatif mesti aqueous. Okay. Alright. Try to answer this balancing equation. If you have any problem, we can continue your balancing equation next week a bit before we go into your topic 2. Okay? Try to answer. If you have any question that you cannot do, PM me the question. Alright? PM me the question. Then we can discuss it. Alright? I'm sorry that I cannot go through the basic by using this because we don't have H+ already. Watch the video. If you have any question about that, we can go through that. Definitely my bad. Okay. Attendance? And off you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.